I have two piles for you to choose from. As you can see, there are two crystals. One is pile 1 Pyrite, and you have pile 2. If you guys need any sort of help before I introduce myself and you just want to jump in, this energy, Pyrite, is very ambitious, straightforward, excitement, and this one's very calm, taking two steps forward. 1 foot in front of the other is what I tried to say, but I guess 2 steps forward for whoever needed to hear that. Go for it. Go and choose your pile at this time. However, if you wanted to stick around and take a little bit more time before you go in, hi, welcome. My name is Magu. You are here watching my channel, and I invite you to this peaceful and calm space. The energy is energizing. The energy is energizing, I guess so. In general, there's a lot happening. A lot of changes happening. Just a quick rundown before you get in, if you are curious and don't want to just like, well, I don't know what's happening. I have for you 2 oracle cards that I'm going to do a little energy check, any sort of messages that you want to just hear for wholesome reasons. We are using the crystal reading cards as our one oracle deck, and the other oracle deck is a modern Nirvana oracle. And for any messages that you were meant to hear at this time, as you are watching this reading, I'm sure you're seeing it because it's meant for you. We are using just a regular deck of cards. This one is a gold foil tarot. It is the newest baby of the family. Very excited to use her. Not in a weird way, but I'm excited to use them in this video. So go for it and choose your pile at this time. Hi there, pile 1. You chose a Pyrite. Very, very pleasure to meet you and for you to be here. I'm just excited. I don't know. It's very bouncy. I feel like you might consider yourself an extrovert. I would not be surprised if you are in a position that either you consider yourself an extrovert or other people might consider you an extrovert, but you're like, no, I'm an introvert. Those that get it, you know, okay. So, Spirit, help me tune into this pile at this time. You can't even see it. There we go. Just so you can see. Alright. Oh, the messages are flying. That one wanted to hide. We're not taking reversals. We have, the first one is the red jasper, healthy boundaries, and conflict. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's just, okay. That is so funny. I don't know why that is hilarious, but that is so funny. I feel a lot of us at this time, as a general collective, are going through a lot of energetic boundary changes, a lot of just energy change, and standing in our own power. So I feel like seeing these 2 cards, I would not be surprised if you laughed looking at this, like, oh, healthy boundaries, that's so funny. Yes. Yeah. That is another funny thing, because I was shuffling and I saw this card come out and I was thinking, hermit? So maybe you are coming out of the hermit, or I really think you are coming out of hermit mode at this time. I feel you are trying to do things to push yourself out there. Maybe you have a group of people and you have crystal tile animals. Yeah. A lot of forward energy. So you have something going on at this time where either for the majority of you, I don't think you are going into hermit mode. I really think that you are going out of hermit mode. Or you could be in a position where you are... That's so interesting, because the beginning energy was, let's do this. And I wonder if that is an influence of people that are in your life at this time, trying to help you push forward, go towards what you deserve. But internally you're like, should I? But should I? Is this the right thing to do? Yes, Spirit is really just pushing you towards change at this time. With the healthy boundaries, the red is really saying hello at this time. It's very forthcoming, very out there, and I really just overall, like especially with the red, you are meant to be out there. You're meant to find out what you want. You are meant to figure that out, and you might end up finding yourself in some sort of conflict at this time. Cutting the deck, you have fluorite. So yeah, it is a learning process. You had learning. And on the back of the deck, you have fire agate, creativity. Yeah, the fire, you might consider yourself a fire sign. You can consider yourself, you might have air placements. You don't have to, of course. I cut the deck again. You have fertility. I really do think that you have something birthing. Flowing, bubbling, just coming to the surface. Something is really happening at this time for you. You are meant to create. You're meant to perspire. What is that word? Persevere? Maybe like I don't know if that's a quote, but I will persevere. I shall persevere or something. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing the quote from Zootopia too. It was a snake. He was saying, "We shall succeed." Yeah, that's basically the energy that I'm feeling here. And I really do think that animals are very helpful for you. If you do not surround yourself with any sort of animals, I do recommend you do so. There's a lot of green also. So I really think you are getting in touch with your heart chakra at this time, so learning how to open yourself up. We did have learning when we cut the deck that also had green. You're learning to open up. You're learning to connect with other people as well as with yourself when it comes to this new chapter that you're pushing towards in life. Just want to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, you can. Actually, it's centered perfectly. Okay, I have another oracle deck that I wanted to use for any messages that you might need to hear. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I might choose to close my window next time I record. It was very quiet before I started recording. I'm not gonna lie, so I don't know what's up with that. And I also have, so you have cards, you have about, okay, you have gratitude in reverse. So I wonder, interesting. I'm going to take that in reverse. These cards I didn't want to take in reverse, but this one I'm going to take in reverse. I really think... Okay, let me just feel out the energy real quick. You have ecstasy, you have abundance in reverse, and you have harmony. I really think that this is more about your mental state at this time. I wouldn't be surprised and shocked. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you feel kind of down about yourself. It's really pointing out the fact that if you don't have a supportive system, I guess I could say less so like family, friends, anything of the sort that you would consider surrounding you that are meant to help you, whoever you are considering that are meant to support you at this time. If it's not enough for you, you might end up going down these rabbit holes of you should be in hermit mode, you should be figuring out yourself. But truly, I don't think that's going to do you any good, because I don't know your situation. Of course, this is a general reading. At the end of the day, this is a collective reading, right? So those of you that have chosen this pile, for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if you go down these mental rabbit holes where you feel like you're not enough, basically. And something that Spirit is trying to point out, we're going to go into the tarot, I think it's already coming out, but Spirit is basically saying, hey, you are enough. I'm feeling called to keep this up. You are enough. You are meant to learn what about you is meant for you at this time. Or green, emerald, compassion. You are meant to learn how to love yourself, I think, is the main lesson that is popping out for most of you. Ecstasy. I really hope you're not chasing any temporary happiness at this time, because that's actually going to hurt you more than you would like to. And I'm sure people are telling you that as well. That is for a small minority. Yeah, I just keep looking at this gratitude card. Synthesis. And you have compassion again. Yeah. But you have compassion in reverse here. There's a lot of green. You're meant to be loving yourself. I feel like you're pushing yourself down, and you really shouldn't. You shouldn't be making yourself small. It's spirit saying, yes, hermit mode is good for you, but not in a way where you're hurting yourself. You shouldn't be keeping yourself small as a form of punishment. You shouldn't be hiding yourself in a corner because you don't feel like you're meant to be loved. You are meant to be loved, and you're a loving person. At the end of the day, that is, I personally feel, that is one of our soul's purpose, is to figure out love on this earth, right? Whatever it is, whatever it means to you, and prosper. That's the word that was in my head, and I couldn't verbally say it. But it kept turning into persevere. So I really think you could be focused on your career at this time. That is a very big energy focus during this time in general for the world collective. I've noticed it's focusing on yourself, focusing on your career, although for you guys I really think that is something that it resonates with you. And then I'm looking at this conflict. I wonder if you are either having mental battles, like I said, especially with this gratitude in reverse and the conflict. Here, mental battles, if there's any sort of feelings of hopelessness, and then either turning towards quick gratitude gratification, to help, I guess, remove those feelings temporarily, can cause conflict in general within yourself, within your internal harmony, and that's why harmony is here. That makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you. It makes sense to me. But yeah, if I'm already like pretty much seeping into the messages of what I'm feeling here. I generally just want to help you guys. So I end up falling through and be like, hey, this is what you need to know. You need to know you deserve love. I think the new moon, maybe the new upcoming moon might be resonance for you. Yeah, especially with this hole here. I think you should take a look at the date that is for the upcoming, whenever you're watching this reading. If the word full moon resonates with you more, I would take a look at whatever is happening at that time for you. So not when this reading is uploaded, but whenever you're watching this reading forward time, or maybe it's right now. But for most of you, I think I would recommend taking a look at the new moon. And new moon in general is the void. It's kind of creation from nothing. It's starting new. So the clock for confirmation, if you heard that. But if not, then that's totally fine. But the clock just rang. Yeah. I'm already into the messages of what you're meant to know. I'm gonna start shuffling, but I just wanted to say I would take a look at, if you want to get some animals of your own, really do so. Maybe take a look at volunteering for any animals, animal volunteering section, if that makes sense. If that doesn't vibe with you, I would take a look. Maybe dancing might help. if you want to take some sort of dancing classes, I think that would be really, more confirmation. That would be really helpful for your body. We have messages already coming out. Take action on your ideas. Life is moving ahead. I couldn't verbalize that correctly. Ahead. Yeah, more fire. That's... I can't take all of these. 7, 8. You were meant to move forward. 9. Oh, that's a 7, 8, 9. You're meant to move forward at this time. You're not meant to be sitting, stuck, thinking. Although thinking is healthy. Thinking about what happened. If you need to reflect, everyone needs to go through their own section of a hermit mode in their life. And it's multiple times. I really wonder if you're going through some sort of dark night of the soul. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But you have... What is this? 7 of Pentacles. We got it in reverse. Waste, disorganization, chaos, giving up, impatience. Impatience is... Yeah, that's the energy I felt for sure when it comes to the abundance. It's coming. That's all you need to know, is that it's coming. You need to have a bit of patience for sure. And in order to move through it easier, really take a look at what things allow you to be... I just heard happy and just is. So I wonder if you really just need to learn to be in stillness and to be okay with it. To learn to love yourself just because you let yourself be. And you don't need to have a form of feeling like you're worthless or anything just because you're not doing anything. Spirit loves you regardless of what action you take. Of course, you understand where I'm coming from. Spirit will love you regardless of what you choose to do. Yeah, the impatience is really coming through. Movement. It's so much heaviness all of a sudden, especially with the hematite. It's so much heaviness. Heavy hematite. Yeah, it's like, But I think the best for you is for you. The best for you. I'm sorry for repeating my words. I'm just like channeling in the best way that I can. But there's a lot of information coming through, so it's difficult sometimes. But channel that energy, and it's not just, obviously, all of this is energy, but I mean by just channel the heaviness, channel the feelings that you actively feel into something that you can create. So it could be a creative outlet that really calls to you. If that is your green light that you needed, take that as a sign. This is your green light to just do it, because you deserve it. You don't need a reason to not do it or to do it. Just do it, because why not, right? You also got 6. I literally said 9. Maybe 6 also resonates. 9 of Swords. Patience. More patience. Impatience. Unselfishness. Timidity. Timidity. I wonder if you slur your words a lot, because I don't really... I usually am speaking clearly when I try to, but this is a time where I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Distractions. I feel like you're allowing yourself to distract, and that's something that Spirit doesn't want you to do. There's a lot of distractions when it comes towards emotional fulfillment. I really think that you're being extremely impatient with the things that you want to get, and as a result, you end up distracting yourself, doing things, working harder, telling yourself, because it is coming, but the issue is you can't force it. Spirit is saying to take a look at your situation, and instead of forcing the situation, forcing your abundance. Take a look at something that I've heard when it comes to money is money is like water. When you try to hold on to water too tightly, everything seeps through your fingers, right? And if you hold it ever so gently and you're patient with it and you are controlled and you focus on what needs to be focused on, you're able to learn to be patient with yourself in order to hold the water for as long as possible. But the patience that you need to recognize is not about just holding the water as long as possible. It's about understanding that you cannot have it all the time. Whatever that it is, I'm not sure where that came from. But yeah, it's very heavy. I'm sorry for what you're going through. It is gonna get better. But you also got the Hierophant. So 5, number change. Change is coming. Change is coming. Goodness is coming. It's coming your way, but you have to focus on what needs to be focused on. And I really think you know what needs to be focused on, but you're not doing it, if that makes sense. I feel like you're doing everything but that as a form of guilt, in a way. And I cut the deck. You have the 2 of Swords in reverse. So I really think there is a decision you might need to take or that you are delaying on. I'm not sure what that is. I really think that that part is not coming towards me for a reason. I know that you know what it is. And if it doesn't resonate, then don't take it, of course. And on the back of the deck, you have the 3 of... I'm sorry, that is the Knight of Cups, not 3. Because there's a 3, so that's how I'm like, oh. Manipulative, unreliable. I really wonder if you could be feeling like someone is manipulating you. That's like the biggest message that I heard for most of you. But I wonder if there could be feelings that you are manipulating yourself. So either one or the other. Take whatever. I heard pickle. 5 of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of pain that I'm feeling from you guys. Alright, can we get some... So that is the energy overall. I really think that that is touch-based, but let's get some positive. I'm gonna grab these guys. And we're gonna ask Spirit on what you should be focusing on. So I really think the tarot cards already just mentioned again what the oracle cards are trying to say. It's like just having compassion for yourself. You really need to have compassion for yourself. What is something that you need to be moving forward towards? There's a lot that wants to come out. A lot of reaching out towards things, reaching out towards people, maybe communication. There's a card that fell on the ground. Alright, what does pile 1 need to move forward towards? Impatience came out again. You got Strength in reverse. You got 4 of Swords in reverse. You have Rest, Ease. Yeah, Rest. I really wonder, I would take a look at, sometimes this is a little bit frustrating, I'm just gonna do that, but I'm sure you guys understand and saw the messages and the words of the previous cards, but you have Strength in reverse. So I really think there are things you are forcing back, and Spirit is kind of spanking you at this time, being like, no, you need to take a look at this, you need to heal from this, you need to stop hurting yourself for whatever happened. Life goes on. You gotta move forward. You got to learn to... Yeah. Oh, yeah. you got 2 4, so that is the love from your angels. What can you do? Oh my god, I just left my brain. Yeah, no, it's okay. What is one thing that you can do every single day to remind yourself that you are loved and that you deserve love? What is something that you can do every single day to change your actions on how you treat yourself so that you can feel the receiving of love from people and yourself? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, back of the deck you have Judgment. Let's ask for one more card. What else? Obstacles, ignorance. That is the 7 of Wands. Yeah. So don't be too frightened with all the reversals. It is just something that you need to focus on. You have the Page of Wands. Courage, excitement, love of life, enthusiastic. Yeah, and it's so beautiful because I really think the Pyrite crystal, like the initial energy, I was like, ooh, I'm so excited for you guys. Like, there's so much happening for you, so much goodness coming towards you, and I feel it. But I know that for you guys, it might not be easy to feel, and I totally get it. When we get caught up in things in our life that is current, and you don't know what is coming forward, it's very difficult to just trust and be like, oh yeah, the success is coming, oh yeah, the love is coming, I have the support that I need, it's coming, it's all coming. It's very hard to see that. I just realized that there's a lot of fire signs. There's a lot of fire when it comes to the energy, and I'm just getting distracted all over again. I really think that you might resonate with being distracted all the time and forget what you were trying to say. I wouldn't be surprised if you resonate with that, but just take a look at your current life and recognize it is easier said than done. Sorry for the noise, but there's just a lot happening outside of, that is literally what I was, okay, that makes a lot of sense. There's a lot happening that outside of your vision. A lot is happening in the background for you, and in order for you to be receptive towards it, there needs to be trust, and there needs to be, I heard reading, so I wonder if you might be pushing away signs from Spirit. I wonder if you don't know that Spirit is giving you signs, and you might feel like Spirit is working against you. Spirit is not working against you. Spirit is actually showing you signs of prosperity coming towards you. Specifically, prosperity is coming as a word in my brain. It keeps repeating in my brain, prosperity. And it's coming. Easier said than done to just say, like, everything's going to be fine, and you might not recognize it and be like, no, everything is kind of falling apart right now. Give me 1 second. That is so annoying. The noises are so annoying, especially when I'm trying to record. I would pick up reading. I really feel like you might be someone that doesn't like to read, but either literally start reading, or maybe you might want to start journaling. Maybe you might want to just do notes in your phone on things that you're seeing pretty often in your day-to-day life, and try to figure out a way to look at your life every single day as Spirit showing you love. Because once you recognize that Spirit is showing you love, it is easier to see the abundance and prosperity coming towards you. Because then, instead of waiting and being impatient about it, you're able to trust. And trust comes from, I heard trust comes from love, but I really think, like, logically, to me, it makes more sense for love to come from trust. So once you are allowing yourself to trust, that's when the love can happen from spirit, if that makes sense. Yes, you are allowed to. You're allowed to be whimsical. You are allowed. And more fours. So I really think that overall, if you just needed to hear this, yes, spirit loves you. No, spirit's not mad at you. I just heard something, but I don't think I'm meant to say it. But yeah, everything's gonna be okay. And it's just easier said than done. But if you just needed that little pickup, know that your feelings are valid. Stuff happens, you know, but recognize that every single person is deserving of love, just as you are. And if there's a lot of energy, something to take away from this reading, I wanted to say, if there's a lot of energy kind of stirring in yourself and you're being a little angry, maybe you're being a little sad, whatever is coming through, just very aggressive energy that you're feeling at that time, do something, whether that is making something, creating something, or recommended from this reading from spirit is to connect with animals and connect with nature a little bit. And specifically, something that I didn't say that I thought I did, that I realized I didn't say, is to go I heard go touch grass. No, that's not what I meant. Go to, like, an ocean. I was like, go touch water, but then spirit's like, go touch grass. So I wonder if you haven't been outside for a long time and you're kind of cooped up somewhere inside. Please go on a walk. It will do you some good. Allow spirit to just touch base with you within silence and stillness, because with your brain out of the way and allowing yourself to be in silence and nothing else is in distraction, spirit can come in and talk to you through your thoughts, through symbols that you see everyday life. That is where the trust comes from, and that's where you can start to learn to love yourself. So hopefully you have in the back of the deck, you have the Page of Wands. I think I already said that, but yeah. You are deserving. Look at that. You got the Three of Cups. You are deserving of whatever is coming towards you. You have to just rearrange your brain, because it's not your soul, it's your brain that's in the way. Your thoughts are kind of in the way. So allow spirit to come towards you in stillness is the best way that I can explain it. Some things are hard to explain at the end of the day. When it comes to spirituality, it's hard to put into words, but hopefully that made sense for you. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed it, please press the subscribe button and press the like button. And let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, or you just want to support each other. Please do. It really helps a lot for another person. You'd be really surprised. But yeah, I love you very much and thank you. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So you chose this clear crystal, clear quartz. I'm gonna set it down right here. I hope you're doing lovely. So lovely. You are so lovely. Lovely, lovely. I don't know why I feel called to say that, but hopefully that makes you happy. Damn. Okay, we already got cards coming out. But we got fluorite. We also got fairy stone. Interesting. There's connection in general. As I mentioned earlier in pile 1, I hope I called you pile 2, because I meant to say pile 2 when I introduced you. But I wanted to say that in pile 1, we did have a little bit of learning and fertility coming through in between cards, but I think it's really because of the general energy that everyone is connecting with each other. Alright, we're gonna just pop in pile 2. What other messages do we have for an energy check? Help me tune into pile 2's energy. Letting go. No one came into... I did mention earlier I'm not taking reversals. So I really think that there is a... Yeah. Letting go. I feel this feeling of detachment from you. Or you're creating something. A lot of detachment, a lot of peaceful energy. Overall, the clear quartz crystal is very peaceful, as it is able to transmute and create something new from it. It being the energy that is around you. What else? Spirit, what else when it comes to pile 2's energy? I really think that in general, Spirit just wants to say I'm proud. I'm proud. Spirit is really proud of you. I heard I'm proud. Spirit is very proud of you. Flexibility. I feel for some of you, you are learning to be flexible with your circumstances. Can you tell me a little bit more? Just one more card. New beginnings. Yep. You're learning to be flexible with your new surroundings overall. Your situation, I feel like you're learning overall. You're learning to be flexible with your surroundings. You're learning to adapt, is what I'm feeling. There's a lot of earth energy in this pile. I'm not even going into the tarot just yet, but there's just a lot of earth. There's a lot of warmth, grounding. I feel like you're learning. You're learning in general. As we have the learning card here. But creating something. I also feel like either you are in the crossroads of starting a new chapter at this time. At your disposal is what I heard. So I wonder if there is something, or maybe there is a new person that you are connecting with that is helping you at this time with this new start. And once again, a lot of green, a lot of love. For both piles, there's this theme of love and learning to love yourself. However, I really feel like both piles are different in the sense of stages. So I really feel like you're in the world stage. So you're in a completion of the chapter that you are moving on from. You're starting something new. I really think you are excited with whatever you're starting with. You have the heart healing on the back of the deck. No, it was in reverse, but I'm not taking reversals. And underneath that, you have creativity as well. I really think you are learning to flow. You are just flowing. You're just floating. You have a lot of water and earth placements, for sure. And it's so peaceful. I'm vibing with it. I love your energy, guys. This is very... It's like a cold blanket. It's so nice. Yeah, I feel like you are someone that loves to observe their own surroundings. And I just want to double check. You guys can see. Okay. I'm going to shift this over here. I wanted to start with the other oracle deck so that you can get some more messages from spirits and resort to anything that you need to hear, anything that would be really helpful for you. I'm so sorry for the background noise. Usually it is not this noisy during the day, and it is actually never this noisy during the day, but they just decided to do it right when I started recording. My apologies. I really think that there's overall just a lot happening at your time. At your time is the second time I said at your time instead of at this time. And you have gratitude. Yeah, I really think you're moving forward. You are truly flowing with what is. You're letting go. You're being detached. Involution. I read it as intuition. So I wonder if you're having a struggle. I also, okay. I'm picking up that you're struggling to connect with your intuition. Although Spirit is letting you know that you are actually very much in tune with your intuition by just flowing. By just floating. Know thyself in reverse. Authentic expression in reverse. You are very much in a state of learning about who you are, your identity for sure. Authentic expression is really showing that. But regardless of whatever you're going through, you also have harmony at the back of the deck in reverse. Okay, one more card please, Spirit. Just for clarification. So, whoa. That is too many. That is too many. Okay, you get 2 cards. Spirit is being very generous with you. Involution came out again. I actually don't know what that means for this group. For this card, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna actually go into the book and take a look. You could be a writer. I resonate with that. I really feel like you're someone that really feels... Damn, I really resonate with your energy personally, but like, yeah, in the comments, tell me your sign. That would be kind of cool. Alright, I wanted to look at what this card is, but overall, if you're resonating with this, I truly think that you're in a position of just flow. Baby. What's up? What's up? You want to say hello to the world? You want to say hello to the world? He's a very angry baby. Okay. The baby has spoken. Off you go. She has stepped on my cards, so I really think you're just kind of letting whatever happen. I think that you're trusting in every single... Okay. Yeah, everything is a sign for you. My headphones just fell, so I really think you're hearing things as well. I feel like you're clairaudient, if that is the right term, where you hear a lot of messages. And you overall, if that doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. But I really think that you are developing your spiritual skills at this time and learning about who you are. And everything could be very confusing when you're going through I heard spiritual crisis. I really think you think it's a spiritual crisis, but it's not. It's a spiritual awakening. Or the glimpses, it's like you're right before one, or you just started it and everything is really confusing. I really feel this energy of, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna flow with it. It is what it is. Like, I'm confused, but I'm trusting it. I'm trusting the divine. And I really feel that energy from you. On the back of the deck, you have emotions in reverse. So I wonder if you could feel like you need to stop your emotions for whatever reason. That is not entirely what you need to be doing. Personally, I feel like every spiritual practitioner feels differently, but I really think spiritually we are very in tune with our emotions. Our emotions are a big touch when it comes with spirituality and feeling energies, because it really touches base on parts of us that we don't necessarily understand. Hopefully that helps you in some way. But I wanted to get into that book and take a look. I wonder if you also feel very nostalgic, because I'm feeling very nostalgic right now. Oh, there we go. The mind acts like an enemy for those who do not control it. Yeah, with the emotions, yeah. I feel like you might feel the need to control your emotions right now, and that is not... Miss, this is not the time. I love you very much, but this is not the time. You come here whenever I need space. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sorry. The cat is here. We all have a monkey mind. I'm sorry for laughing, but that's literally the energy here. It's like, oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Oh my gosh, too much is happening. And then you get distracted. And then you're like, you know what? It is fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And now I'm just seeing that meme of the dog with the burning house, and he's just sitting there like, it's fine. And I really think that that's what you're feeling. But let's rewind and get back in here. We all have a monkey mind, which the Buddhists consider to be unsettled, restless, capricious, whimsical, fanciful, inconstant, confused, indecisive, uncontrollable parts of our consciousness. This aspect of the human mind makes us feel as though life happens to us and not through us. Yeah. Alright, hopefully that is resonating for you guys. Our thoughts can often feel like they are not our own, yet we must remember that we can still choose at every moment which thoughts are being fed by our energy. Evolution is a Evolution is the concept of life undergoing gradual development and growing into something new. Journeys, yeah. Esoteric concept and the growth of living universe. Didn't I literally just say this? Your mind is a playground of expression awareness. Travels through this playground and believes anything you tell it. This is the moment to construct your thinking. Yeah, that's touching base on, if you guys want to take pictures, go for it. I know I stopped reading, but I was just kind of skimming because I didn't want to take up too much time reading, but go for it. Take a picture if you feel so. I was literally touching base. That earlier, I wanted to say, that touches on manifestation. You are so fresh in an energy where you're just so detached, and that is the best part. Why? Because that is the energy you need to have to manifest. You are okay with whatever it is. You are not forcing anything. You are just letting it happen. And that is exactly what you need to be in if you're trying to invite something new into your life. If you're not attached to lack, then you're able to manifest. Because when you are trying to manifest something, maybe you feel like, maybe this resonates for some of you. Maybe you might be feeling like, oh, it's not coming, like, or maybe you have been feeling that in the past and you resonate with that. Whatever it is, you have to be in a state of detachment. And yeah, our mind can be a playground. You are your own creator of your own life, truly. And I feel like something that we're already going into messages. I usually do this. I always do this. Reciprocity. Yeah. The discernment really did come through when it comes to your energy. I really feel like you're being very discerning and trying to make sure that there's clarity in your situation and not having any, dare I say, BS in the situation that you're going through. Because you deserve clarity, you deserve abundance, and truly you're in a position where you are detached. And a message that I'm already getting for just advice is you don't need to suppress your emotions. And although it might feel like you might need to because you don't understand what you're going through, you have to recognize that it's okay to not know. And I really think you already know this. I feel like this is old news, and everyone's been telling you this, maybe in other readings. I really wonder if you're kind of bouncing from reading to reading, you're like really confused with what's going on, and everyone's like, you have to just be. Yeah. I really think you are already being. You are just, and I'm hearing inner peace from Kung Fu Panda. I really think that you already know. And I think you're beating yourself up over not knowing, but you do know. If we're not knowing. Yeah. There's just... Don't look at yourself in a form of too much emotions is bad. Because truly your emotions are your compass when it comes to spirituality and recognizing what is meant for you. If you're uncomfortable, that is your body telling you no, right? If you will recognize everyone's spiritual path is different, although that is one of the main diagnosis. I wonder if you realize maybe something that resonates with you. Maybe for some of you, you got a diagnosis. Maybe you had to go to the hospital. Maybe something happened recently. And now you're just kind of like, it is what it is. I mean, I really did start the reading like, we bawl. Like, I'm not going to say the full expression. But it's like, it is what it is. You're just going to do it because you're going to do it. And, maybe you don't know what's going on. But you're just going to do it, even though you don't understand everything and everything's really confusing. But that is beautiful. You get to do whatever you want with that energy. Truly, that is, you are your own light, So don't beat yourself up over not knowing. Over, not knowing yourself. And then I heard a knock. Yep, that's confirmation. Spirit, can we get some messages, or if the collective needs something that they need to be knowing? The Tower. Always expect the unexpected. And this is not... I am immediately just drawn to say you're not a bad person. Like, you're not bad for experiencing a tower moment. Just because a tower moment is experienced, just because you're experiencing a tower moment doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It is just something, in this case, that you're going through. It is something that needs to happen. Point blank. Once again, I don't know your situation. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I do know that for most of you, you are going through this because you're meant to. It is not something to be judged upon based off of the situation and circumstances that you're going through. Most of life, as a soul on earth, you are meant to experience things and learn things. Sure, we're here to succeed in the best way possible, but most of success is very materialistic. It's all just human. As long as you are happy with your circumstances, that is the ultimate success of a soul on earth. Is to be in ultimate bliss and happiness. And you don't need to know how you're going to get there. You just need to trust. I mean, that's a very similar message to the previous pile. But this one is a little bit different. It's just being okay with the unknown. Being okay with the void. And embracing the void. I think there's a lot of embracing the void. Your cards fell on the ground. You have Knight of Cups upright. You have Four of Wands. You have a lot of positivity coming towards you. I really think that you might get some really, really good news that you weren't expecting. celebration, stability, milestones. I wonder, it fell out of my mind. I don't think I meant to say it. But I was just like, I was coming from the thought that I was seeing money, basically, and just the desire for a specific outcome in your life. And just because something fell apart, now I feel like you're worried that that outcome's not going to happen. Maybe something is falling apart. Sometimes the tower may indicate something being created. Because just because destruction is happening doesn't mean that it's just going to be a field of nothing, right? I'm seeing a tornado going through the field of little houses, and just because those houses fall apart, just because there's nothing there, it doesn't mean it's going to be like that forever. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful at the end of the day. You are the one that is creating your own reality, is what I'm hearing. That field after the tornado, it's clearing out the unnecessary so that you are able to manifest and make room for what you want. And you know, sometimes that's really painful. Most of the time it's really painful, and how that needs to be endured. But it's needed. And most of the time it is a lesson. So if you don't understand why you're going through it, one message that you need to remember is that overall it is unfortunately a lesson in life. As a human, we're just experiencing lessons every day. And you don't need to hide your emotions from it. Truly, your emotions are a magnet. It's a magnet in manifesting is what I heard. So hopefully that is resonating for you. What else, Spirit, for pile 2? I wonder if you are seeing 3s in your daily life. Acceptance, hope, forgiveness. Yeah, I really feel this acceptance from you. This, you know, it is what it is type of energy from you. 5 of Cups. There's also the Hierophant. Teaching, morality, education. Yeah, a lesson. It is overall a lesson. You have, this is Wheel of Fortune. Was it the Wheel of Fortune that I mentioned earlier? I can't remember, but I think this is what I heard. I don't even know if I meant. I don't even remember what I said, but I remember saying something in regards to this. If you know, then you know, but it's in reverse. So I really think either you haven't learned something, or it is a warning from Spirit that if you don't learn from the circumstances that you have endured, then you're going to go through the same thing again. And it's not a form of punishment. It is just to recognize. But it's like, I don't think you're in an energy of stillness. You are in an energy of stillness. You are kind of in an energy of a void. I feel this limbo energy from you, especially with this jellyfish. Like, they're usually in just like nothingness of the ocean. So I really wonder if the feelings that you have been feeling is like a what if, and I don't think that's what you should be focusing on. You should be focusing on what's forward. And I really do think you are focusing on that. But I think there's this guilt that overwhelms you, and it's like a what if guilt. I think you are at this stage, for the most part, you are accepting it, and you are realizing, I think what really resonates, the thing that was like really satisfying in my brain. When I say it, you are recognizing that if you go back to whatever happened, if something happened differently, whatever the situation is, because I don't know, if you were to go through it in a way that you would rather have it go through, the situation at hand that fell apart, either something else bad would happen, or the pain is going to happen again. Either this is a relationship, I don't know. I'm also hearing like a hospital. So I don't know if you lost someone. I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier, but I really hear like the energy of a hospital is what I'm feeling. Like the presence, the surroundings of a hospital. I don't know if you lost someone for some of you, but overall, just the best way to move forward is to be okay with not being okay. And to just allow yourself to be in this void at this time. You are safe in being in this void energy at this time. And that is initially what you should be focusing on. In fact, I smell coffee. And allow that, I wanted to say, manifest. Create the manifestations that you want in life. Just because a tornado went through and destroyed your foundation does not mean that that foundation was meant to last. And I really feel like I heard some of you guys saying that. I'm really sorry. But we're gonna look at this last card. Loss at the last minute. That's the Chariot. I really feel like you're kind of blocking yourself. Either Spirit, whatever rings your bell for you. Either Spirit is telling you that, hey, you're kind of not moving forward. You need to move forward at this time. And this is an acknowledgement for that, is to recognize that you're not moving forward and you are the one stifling that movement. Or it is just to be okay with not being in movement. Whatever rings for you. There's actually, there's 2 or 3 groups that I'm feeling here. So, I'm sorry that it's not entirely clear when it comes to the messages and your recommendations and moving forward from this message, but that is initially what I'm hearing. And I feel like you know deep down what you need to do from here. And on the back of the deck, I think this is like the mic drop right here. 5 of Swords. Sometimes the victory is not worth the price. Conflict. I also saw conflict somewhere in these cards earlier, I think. I don't remember where I saw it. I saw the word conflict somewhere. And I was like, yeah. Mental conflict. For sure. Pride of Riches. Try not to be in your head at this time. Really, Spirit is encouraging you to be okay with stillness. And I really think you are okay with stillness for the most part. For most of you guys, you are okay with stillness. You are learning to recognize to be in the void. And to be okay with the void. And to recognize and acknowledge is the word that I was looking for. That your mind may be a little bit crazy at times. That you may be thinking of things that are not what you should be focusing at times. And I really think the main thing, if you were to take anything from this reading, is to forgive yourself. Don't blame yourself. Forgive yourself. Learn to forgive yourself and try to move forward, even if moving forward means being in stillness, truly. So, that is all I have for you guys. I wish you the best of luck, and I send you so much love. If you have any questions, definitely comment them below. I'm here for your support in the best way that I can. If you enjoyed this reading, definitely like and subscribe. It helps me more than you think. And once again, I love you, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.